Well, welcome back. This is Troy Fullwood with Pinnacle-Investments and the Thriving Investor. And for today's question, which I think is a great question, how can a person who's new to the industry, practically a nobody, be taken seriously in business and be forgiven for their inexperience? Great question, because you know what? Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? And my advice on something along this lines would be to build out your business, okay? In other words, get your company name, get your logo design, get your website built, get proper professional emails, not Gmails, not Hotmails, not Yahoo mails or AOL emails, but true emails like troy@pinnacle-investments.com is a true email. And having just some basic ingredients put into your business will automatically start to build a brand and start the wheels turning and the momentum building for your business. Oftentimes people will shortcut these things because it costs a few dollars to do so, meaning they'd rather have a free Gmail account than to pay $8 a month for a hosting service where you can have a troy@pinnacle-investments.com type email account. They'd rather not have any website than to spend $400 or $500 on a website to be built, even if it's not an extensive website. Websites don't necessarily have to be 200 or 300 pages big. They could be 3 to 5 pages big, or even in the Wall Street way, they have websites that are 1 or 2 pages. That's it. And these are people running, billion-dollar funds that only have a 1 to 2 page website, and they're taken very, very seriously. So my point being is you have to build out your brand, your image to start with, okay? If you're not doing those things, then you're going to have a very hard time being taken seriously, because those are what I would call foundational tools to building this business, meaning the note business, or any other business out there, especially when you're talking with new people, whether that's investors, or you're talking with sellers, or you're talking with buyers, and things of that nature. You have to have these basic essentials in place. In other words, company name, build out your LLC, create a logo. You can get a logo on Fiverr for $20, $30. Build out a website, 1, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page website that you can start with, okay? Oftentimes people think websites are a one and done type model. And the truth is they're done once and then they're changed a whole bunch of times over time based on market conditions, based on new things you learn, based on new things you want to talk about, based on things you want to put out there into the digital atmosphere space. So putting these things in place are great places to start that cost very little money. Okay, you can put together an LLC for $300. You can build a logo for $30, $50. You can build out a website for $200 to $500, depending upon who you have building it for you. We have recommendations. If you want some of those recommendations, email us or leave in the comment box below, okay, the video, and we'll come back and we'll post those in there for you. These are some places to start. On top of that, study the industry, okay? Watch case studies. Watch people in the business. Learn from people in the business. Learn from good people in the business, okay? You don't have to know everything, but I would highly recommend that you start with like a niche, like say performing first lien residential notes. That's a niche inside the seller finance space. They also have performing second liens. They have non-performing first and second liens. They have performing commercial, non-performing commercial. They have land deals. I mean, the list is long and distinguished, and maybe it's not performing residential first liens you want to focus on. Maybe it's another niche. Make that be your niche and then stay in that lane. We receive deals on a regular basis in our office that just don't fit our buying criteria. And if I don't have an easy place to place it, I don't bother with it. I don't put my name on it. Okay? I don't want it to use up valuable time doing something that I can't get some kind of monetary benefit from. So put together a name, put together your LLC, build your logo, build your website, and then stay in a niche. Like find a lane and stay in it. And here's the thing, oftentimes people ask me this question, so it's kind of a 2-question video. What's the best niche to go into? My answer to that is the one you can relate to and that you're most passionate about. Okay, so if you've been in the residential space doing fix and flip, maybe residential first lien performing notes would be the next logical progression. Okay, and then you can grow from there, but start someplace and stay there, and then start adding things to it. I started with performing first lien residential notes. I started wholesaling them. Then I started buying them. Then I started buying or wholesaling non-performing first lien notes. Then I started buying them. And along the way, I bought some small commercial deals along the way as well. But that has been 23 years of experience in that space. So with that being said, those are some ideas on how to be taken seriously and stay in your lane. If you don't know something about something, tell them. I don't know anything about that. It hasn't been something I've ever been exposed to or something I've ever been experienced to. Be humble, be respectful, don't make up stuff. Just say, hey, I haven't done anything in that space. I'd like to learn more. Maybe someday I will. Or if that person can teach you a little bit more about that space and you're interested, it's worth listening to. That being said, this is Troy Fullwood, your thriving investor. Hey, before you leave, give us a big thumbs up, leave some great comments down below, and share this with your friends, your families, and your loved ones. See you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye now.